Breaking news shakes Hollywood as a judge slams the gavel on Blake Lively's harassment and retaliation suit against director Justin Baldoni, dismissing it with prejudice. Legal shorthand for game over, no do-overs. The ruling instantly flips the narrative. Lively's accusations, tied to tensions on the 2024 set of It Ends With Us, are now off the table, and momentum surges toward Baldoni, who can pursue damages and attorneys' fees. Court minutes reveal Lively's legal team bungled a critical filing deadline and failed to cure other procedural defects. An epic mistake we'll dissect next. As viewers see the on-screen stamp reading, "Case Dismissed," one question hovers. Could this courtroom blunder cost Lively and husband Ryan Reynolds hundreds of millions once Baldoni strikes back? Stay tuned, because while both stars vehemently deny wrongdoing, the fallout is just beginning, and every allegation remains unproven. Court documents paint a blunt picture. Blake Lively's legal team blew a non-negotiable filing deadline, failed to submit a required amended complaint, and then missed the judge's grace period to correct both errors. In the highly choreographed world of civil litigation, those slip-ups are fatal. The judge cited them as good cause to dismiss with prejudice, stressing the court's limited patience for repeated procedural lapses. According to the minutes, Lively's attorneys were first warned in chambers last month, received a formal extension, yet never cured the defects, a misstep legal analysts call unforced given the case's high stakes. Sources close to the actress insist the lapse stems from a clerical mix-up and vow to appeal, but for now, the ruling leaves Justin Baldoni free to seek sanctions, costs, and even a malicious prosecution claim. Behind the scenes, Hollywood power lawyers are whispering that the error could haunt Lively's future contract negotiations, with studios wary of off-screen drama impacting production schedules. Still, both camps maintain their underlying allegations are truthful, and the dismissal does not decide who was right, only that the court won't hear Lively's claims in their current form. With the courtroom door now swinging his way, Justin Baldoni wastes no time. His legal team files a blistering federal complaint that seeks more than $400 million in damages for defamation, emotional distress, and lost business opportunities. The suit reads like a Hollywood thriller, alleging Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, their publicist, and several unnamed Doe collaborators orchestrated a smear campaign by leaking what Baldoni calls doctored text messages to portray him as a sexual harasser. He claims the accusations tanked major directing gigs, torpedoed a streaming series deal, and scared off brand sponsors eager to avoid scandal. One exhibit cites an email in which, according to Baldoni, Lively's lawyers threatened to release devastating evidence unless he settled quietly, conduct he labels extortionate. Legal commentators note that punitive damage figures this high are rarely awarded, yet even a fraction could bankrupt a typical star. Baldoni, however, says the number simply reflects the real cost of reputational ruin in today's cancel culture economy. As headlines multiply, both parties maintain their own innocence and vow to fight to the last frame, underscoring that no court has ruled on the truth of any allegation, only on whose case gets heard first. The lawsuit war didn't materialize overnight. In fact, insiders trace the animosity back to mid-2024, when It Ends With Us began principal photography in Savannah. Crew whispers say Blake Lively and director-star Justin Baldoni clashed over creative notes, with one heated exchange allegedly ending in Lively walking off set for the afternoon. Although production wrapped on schedule, their friction resurfaced at the film's January 2025 red carpet premiere, where sharp-eyed bloggers noticed Lively pointedly skipped a group photo while Baldoni stood center stage. Within days, anonymous social media accounts began circulating screenshots that painted Baldoni as a serial harasser. His team insists those messages were selectively edited and dropped in a coordinated reputation hit job. Lively's camp counters that she merely supported crew members who felt unsafe. But once lawyers got involved, every private DM, call sheet, and behind-the-scenes photo turned potential evidence. Industry analysts say the rapid-fire leaks show how quickly a workplace dispute can morph into a full-blown public relations crisis in the TikTok era, where viral accusations can cost millions before a single judge weighs the facts. Remember, none of these claims has been proven. What is clear is that the fallout already eclipses the film's modest $50 million budget and threatens to overshadow its summer release entirely. As news of the dismissal detonates across social media, the discourse breaks into two loud and often hostile camps. Under trending tags like Team Blake and Stand With Baldoni, supporters trade dueling TikToks, reaction videos, and Twitter threads that rack up millions of views in hours. One side claims the judge's ruling confirms Lively fabricated accusations to tank a co-star, while the other argues it's merely a procedural hiccup and warns against silencing alleged victims. Entertainment lawyers on YouTube caution viewers not to equate dismissal with exoneration, noting that no evidence was weighed on the merits. Meanwhile, gossip blogs gleefully compile side-by-side timelines, and meme accounts splice courtroom graphics into viral fail compilations, keeping the story sticky in everyone's feed. PR analysts predict that both camps will double down once discovery in Baldoni's countersuit begins, because freshly unsealed emails or text logs could flip public perception overnight. For now, the narrative war is being fought less in court than in comment sections, where every new docket upload triggers a fresh wave of takes, none of which changes the fact that the underlying allegations remain unproven. With the dismissal ink barely dry, the legal spotlight swivels to discovery, the evidence-gathering marathon that can make or break any celebrity showdown. Over the next 90 days, both sides must exchange witness lists, turn over relevant emails, phone logs, on-set video, and even behind-the-scenes Slack chats. Insiders say Baldoni's lawyers have already drafted subpoenas aimed at studio servers, talent agency archives, and a cloud storage account said to hold raw footage from It Ends With Us. Lively's camp, for its part, plans to demand text strings that prove Baldoni weaponized his star power to silence complaints, material her team believes will rehabilitate her public image. Expect a tug-of-war over privilege claims, with each side arguing that certain communications are confidential or irrelevant. Judges typically frown on blanket refusals, so limited redactions, and perhaps an in-camera review, are likely. Crucially, any leaked discovery exhibits could hit tabloids before trial, reshaping public opinion in real time. Remember, discovery is about fact-finding, not verdicts. No document released in this phase automatically proves guilt or innocence. Still, in Hollywood's court of public perception, a single sensational exhibit can echo louder than any closing argument, making this next chapter the most perilous and potentially revealing stage yet. Both camps are now gearing up for depositions, the sworn videotaped Q&As that can turn legal chess into popcorn drama. Justin Baldoni plans to grill Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, and their longtime publicist under oath about every leaked message, media tip, and behind-closed-doors meeting. In response, Lively's lawyers have subpoenaed Baldoni's former assistants, a studio HR executive, and 2 background actors who allegedly witnessed on-set clashes. Because depositions are routine, they rarely trend, until a transcript leaks. If that happens, even a single fiery exchange, objection, argumentative, can dominate headlines and force crisis management teams into overdrive. Hollywood dealmakers are watching closely. A damaging slip-up could slash Q scores, and tank endorsement offers faster than any verdict. Yet seasoned attorneys know most depositions end in dull minutia, calendar disputes, email metadata, chain of custody questions, so the biggest risk may simply be fatigue. Hours of tense questioning that fray patience and produce unguarded remarks. As scheduling orders circulate, court watchers expect the first star to sit within 6 weeks, meaning the next viral soundbite or total nothing burger could drop before summer's out. Through it all, the core reminder stands. Depositions capture testimony, not truth. Only a jury or a settlement will decide whose narrative survives the editing room. While the lawyers spar, the biggest immediate hit may land on It Ends With Us itself. Insiders say the film's completion bond insurer, the firm that guarantees a movie is finished on time and on budget, has launched an internal review to gauge whether the lawsuit crossfire triggers a morals clause surcharge. If premiums spike, the studio could slash marketing spend or delay the premiere to a less competitive frame, costing millions in lost momentum. Foreign distributors, already skittish after Aquaman 2's press tour turbulence, are reportedly inserting escape clauses that let them trim release commitments if either star faces fresh litigation headlines. Meanwhile, streaming giants sniffing around ancillary rights are demanding discounted terms until discovery concludes, arguing that a sudden reputational blow-up could crater viewership. Even product placement partners are hedging. One athletic wear brand has quietly swapped Lively-centric ads for ensemble shots, banking on a spread-the-risk strategy. None of these moves decides guilt or innocence, but they underscore how quickly litigation can bleed into balance sheets. Proof that in modern Hollywood, courtroom drama can dent a project's ROI long before a jury ever sees opening statements. Through it all, producers insist the film will still meet its summer window, yet admit behind closed doors that every new docket alert now doubles as a budget risk notification. With Discovery poised to unearth mountains of private data, both camps are quietly probing mediation, a back-channel arena where reputations can be salvaged and legal bills capped before trial dates lock in. Sources close to the negotiations say insurers for the production company and each star's personal liability policy have already hired retired Judge Eleanor Foster, a heavyweight Hollywood neutral, to explore a global settlement that would bundle Lively's dismissed claims, Baldoni's $400 million counterpunch, and any future suits from crew members into one confidential pact. The sticking points are scale and spin. Baldoni wants a public apology plus mid-nine-figure damages, while Lively's side insists on no admission of wrongdoing language and a joint statement framing the clash as a misunderstanding. PR strategists warn that even the existence of talks can leak, potentially torpedoing goodwill if fans perceive compromise as capitulation. Yet veteran litigators note that high-profile entertainment cases settle 85% of the time once depositions loom, because the risk of an unflattering transcript going viral often outweighs the allure of courtroom vindication. Whether these overtures stick or implode, remember, mediation is voluntary, confidential, and non-binding until ink dries. So until a deal materializes, every allegation remains just that, an allegation. All paths now converge on a tentative fall 2026 trial date, but don't carve that in marble just yet. Summary judgment motions, evidentiary fights, or a last-minute settlement could derail the courtroom showdown at any turn. Over the next year, both sides will file blistering briefs to keep or kick key exhibits out of the jury's sight, while jury consultants quietly build demographic heat maps to predict which veneer mix might tilt favorably. If the case survives those hurdles, opening statements could become must-stream theater, with live tweeting reporters turning each objection into viral fodder and studios recalculating risk in real time. Yet the true legacy impact extends far beyond a single damages figure. Win or lose, the lawsuit will likely spark new SAG-AFTRA contract clauses on digital evidence leaks, push insurers to tighten morals clause language, and teach every A-lister that one botched filing or one leaked DM can snowball into a multi-million-dollar reputational firestorm. Until a jury or a settlement stamps the end on this script, remember, all allegations remain unproven, and the only certainty is that Hollywood's appetite for high-stakes drama never runs out of sequels.